Hi guys, Stage Developer here. So I haven't uploaded any new content for a while, and this is for several reasons. First of all, I needed a break to clear my mind and rethink my direction, or to see how I can have this better vision or of how the future looks like. And I came to the conclusion that I needed really to rethink so many things and to adapt into the reality or the new situation. So, as you all know, I've been offering some courses online for teaching Java and other topics for junior developers or those who are still college students in computer science. Unfortunately, I have decided recently to stop adding new content to my courses, and this came as a result of many factors. One of them is basically it became very expensive and to some extent unsustainable. This is because of the difficulty of marketing, and because the platforms such as Udemy, whatever the platform is, there are so many of them nowadays, Tutorial Point, Udemy, etc. They have been very aggressive because there is massive competition in between them. They have been very aggressive with discounts and lowering prices. Now, personally speaking, I really admire and I'm really proud of the fact that knowledge has become so affordable and so available to all people, regardless of where you live or where you come from or your financial status. Unfortunately, on the other hand, it doesn't put food or a ceiling above my head. And given the rising cost of living, things have dramatically changed when it comes to teaching online and basically how instructors get compensated. Unfortunately, Udemy as a platform, I'm just not singling out Udemy, but I'm giving Udemy as an example because I am teaching on Udemy and this is my experience. Udemy, unfortunately, have been engaging in a very chaotic business model where imagine that an instructor is uploading a course duration of 70 hours, could get paid $3, while if this same instructor was teaching 70 hours in a classroom in real life, this would have been a completely different formula. And this is not something that only me have raised into the management in Udemy, but many other instructors also have raised their concern to Udemy about their aggressive discount strategy and unfair compensation schemes towards the instructors. So basically, as a result of all of this, even Udemy themselves, actually, if you check their income statement of as of December 2023, their income statement reported net losses of over $100,000. This is, by the way, public information. It's not secret. You can find it on their website. And to be honest, I'm not quite surprised because, seeing how much difficult it is to market a product or to sell a course, and on top of that, aggressively lowering the prices to almost unsustainable levels, you would end up in this situation. Now, regardless of this doesn't mean that I'm not going to support my existing students, learners, or those who are going maybe to enroll in future. It just means that I'm going to less likely going to upload any new content to those courses. And again, I'm going to still support the existing students or learners. Now, I'm going to slowly and gradually shift into developing and selling software. And basically, if you have watched my previous video where I have mentioned basically my change of direction and how I quit my app, which I was developing before, called Battery Whisper, because of the same, like because of similar reasons between cost versus revenue. This means I'm going to be developing more software that is probably going to be a bit large in scale and expensive. Now, I'm still a believer in B2C business model where like you as a developer, you develop something that can be used by the masses and like providing value to the masses. However, it really became a painful reality for a lot of small businesses and particular developers that in order for you to have sustainable revenue and like to be able to pay your bills and not to mention the energy bills, you need to actually like sell more expensive products and things that are normally bought by businesses rather than by regular people. Now, there are so many things on the table, so many projects I have in mind. So one of them, one of my future projects is called Ring Bearer. Basically, the name Ring Bearer comes from basically Lord of the Rings, which will be like one financial app that will be basically contain everything that anyone can dream of when it comes to banking and finance, all in one place. Because I've noticed that almost all the financial apps, banking apps, etc., they all screw up at one point or another, or they have like a lot of deficiencies, making them kind of like not really that great. And you end up having to install multiple apps, and it becomes extremely painful, especially for wealthy people, to manage the finances and to do things. Of course, there are some specialized software for that that are used by financial advisors or well, to be honest, I've seen lots of people just using Excel Excel sheet to manage finance. Now, I do not think that this is a very creative way of doing things, and this is why I'm seeking now this project, which will be called the Ring Bearer, a software that will dominate everything in the financial sector, where you will have everything in a single place. Of course, this is going to require significant effort, partnerships with several financial institutions and maybe some banks. Now, I'm a bit skeptic about partnerships with banks because banks are really not, and even financial institutions, they are not very, they are very unfriendly or hostile in general, even toward the partners. So maybe I'm going to move more into the direction of creating something that doesn't have any dependency on those financial institutions. Maybe some partnerships, just for example, where you can see your the prices of things. So you know, like what the price of stocks is, what is the price right now for this and that, and a very easy way for you to be able to constantly manage and control your finances directly or indirectly. Of course, comes with this like the problem with the software market today, which is like a different topic. Like the bigger the project, the more let's say the higher price you could charge. And again, this comes back if we get back to why developing an app for monitoring your battery on the phone, or why selling a course online is not going to basically put bread on your table, it all boils down to the same reason, where the prices are ridiculously low. People are not willing to pay, like people even got conditioned to the idea that just because it's online, it has to be like $5, it has to be just $9 or $9.99 or whatever. And basically for small business, this is extremely difficult, because even for a small business, you cannot really pay your bills even if you have 20 buyers per month. It doesn't mean that this revenue you're going to pay to pay anything. And as you know, the online market has become incredibly saturated. Like, you could literally find almost anything you want online, anything that of course doesn't involve any anything physical. You will find it online. There are even, like, we're starting to move now into integration between software and hardware, where people are buying hardware to attach it to a software that to do some certain things, that could be like something that pushes light switches or whatever. But the landscape really have changed. However, it's still there still seems to be a lot of space for creativity and innovation, especially like when it comes to big companies. Big companies still seem to be suffering or struggling with innovation for some reason. And I know this may sound strange, that despite all of these huge, massive tech companies and all of these amazing developers you can find like anywhere in the world, why are we still lagging behind when it comes to tech? Now, I'm going again to move up a little bit into a subtopic, maybe a slightly different topic. The problem with big tech, as I suggest, it's big. Now, what does it mean? It means that there is no really like lots of room or space for innovation. This is because there is like always this rigid relationship between basically any business and their IT department. This comes as a result of, let's say, operational, like basically cost management and operational management and so on, where it is often viewed as kind of a waste when a developer develops something that the company doesn't perceive as valuable. Even, for example, if you did something for, like you developed something during your working time, for a few hours while you are waiting for something or someone, maybe you are blocked by some problem, or you are really free, you don't have much to do. Companies really don't like it, and it could be like very bad if you get caught working on something that they haven't asked for, which in my opinion doesn't make much sense, but unfortunately this is the reality. There are still like lots of like very strict and rigid controls. This is why in big tech companies you still see that there are a lot of stuff that actually make a lot of sense to exist, but they still kind of you still don't see it, or you don't find it. Now, I'm not here saying that everything makes sense. There are a lot of times when, for example, creating something doesn't make much sense. So, for instance, one of the reasons which I think this is just a speculation, why my app Battery Whisper didn't have the desired, let's say, the desired demand, had to do with the value proposition. So people are on their smartphones almost the whole time. So they are constantly looking at their battery. They know that their battery is going off. They are constantly checking if their charger has finished charging the phone, and so on. And this made the value proposition of my app a little bit weaker, especially for people with low-end or mid-end, let's say, smartphones. This is because unfortunately, this is another reality we have to accept. When you buy a phone, whether it's an iPhone or it's Samsung or whatever, you will have a lot of what's called bloatware. So you have Facebook installed, and like without rooting the device, Facebook will remain installed even if you don't want it. Another example where you have some apps like such as WhatsApp, again another Mark Zuckerberg owned app, where you say, I don't want to have WhatsApp. Oh, there is no uninstall option, I have to keep it. Now I'm not sure exactly if WhatsApp is like a default, but Facebook for sure, like you could find Facebook everywhere. And this has created significant problems, especially for people with low-end smartphones. So they are not giving you the option to remove those apps. And you are left basically with no option either to just be happy with what you have or buy a high-end expensive smartphone. The Samsung S24, for example, this is equivalent to a computer, like a whole laptop. You have a whole laptop at the palm of your hand, which is, in my opinion, like a huge, significant technological advancement. But what's the point? So you wanted something simple, cheap, but you end up like spending that much money just to have extra space on your phone, if it wasn't for those bloatware. Now, of course, there are so many solutions you can find, like to remove all of that from your phone and make your smartphone a little, like, have more space and power, but still it kind of didn't make sense. I know that in this video I have discussed so many things, but I really enjoy sharing with you all of these interesting topics, interesting insights on many things. However, again, getting back to the topic of teaching online, I'm going to still support you, so you do not have to worry about that. If you are already an existing student, I'm going to keep supporting you. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. So I'll stay tuned for next updates. I'm probably going to cover, maybe in the near future, the game Ghost of Tsushima, which has become finally available on PC. The game was ported from PlayStation 4 to PC finally, and this is, I think, it will be a very fun game, and I was rooting for it for a long time, but I haven't bought it yet, but we will see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do follow, like or subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you later.